second baseman, hitting 176 on the year. They're going to appeal down to first base umpire. No swing, says Greg Sims. Brandon Lejeune calling balls and strikes. Sims has mentioned at first. Gabe Chavez over at third base. 1-1 pitch, fastball at the knees. And Goulet drops down in the count. He's out of Cottage Grove, Minnesota. Michael with a 1-0 record on the year. Very impressive. 1.38 ERA. Sends a fly ball to left center field, and that ball's going to get into the gap and roll to the wall. All the way around second. On his way to third goes Bradley Goulet. Good hitting there by Goulet. Jorge has down in the count 1-2.
Yeah, that ball wasn't necessarily hit too hard. That was more hit them where they ain't. You know, he barreled it pretty well, and Goulet got it just enough to get it past Gerard. But Gerard was faded to right center, so all he had to do was hit it right in that Bermuda Triangle, you know, in left center where neither Duran or Gerard could get it.
First triple of the year, fourth hit of the year, so Akron gets a triple to start the game. Justin Barr will step in from Pensacola, Florida. Misses with the first pitch, 1 ball, no strike. Reese Duran in left, Cole Gerard in center, Anthony George in right field for Lamar. The 0-1 pitch on the way, called strike 2. Anthony Carrion, third base. Kelby Weiler is the shortstop. J.C. Correa at second. Chase Kemp at first, and Rhett McCall is the catcher. 1-1 pitch on the way. That hits out towards right field. That should produce the game's first run. A.V. George makes the catch, tagging, and coming down the third baseline is Goulet on the sac fly. First RBI of the year for Barr. He did his job.
His job right there, and Trevin's got to be upset, you know. 2 batters and already given up a run, but he knows that it's really early in the game, and all he's got to do is just continue to be consistent, throw strikes, and let them get themselves out.
Brenton Phillips, 278 average, center fielder for the Akron Zips out of Albany, Georgia. Fastball called strike 1. By the way, the head coach of Akron is Chris Sabo, former big leaguer, member of the Cincinnati Reds Hall of Fame, the 1988 National League Rookie of the Year.
Oh, wow.
Here's a fly ball out towards right center field. Cole Gerard makes the catch for the second out.
No fly zone. No fly zone except when you hit it in a Bermuda Triangle right where they ain't. Right where they ain't. And their head coach, Rookie of the Year, I'd like to pick that guy's brain. That guy probably knows a lot of baseball.
Oh, yeah, I mean, Hall of Famer for the Cincinnati Reds. That's a baseball city. Brian Schellenbarger, 150 average on the year. He has an RBI, left-handed hitter. First pitch swing and fouls it over towards first base. No balls, 1 strike.
Schellenbarger. It's a nice name.
Yeah. That's a lot of letters. There's a swing and a miss. Had a pitcher here several years ago, and last I knew he was still in AAA, Jonathan Jezik. And his teammates called him eye chart because his letters were everywhere in that spelling of the last name. No balls, 2 strikes. Nobody on, 2 out. 1-0 Akron here in the top of the first. 0-2 pitch on the way. Just missed.
And that was a good miss right there, but yeah. I don't think that's where he wanted that pitch. I think that pitch was maybe up a little bit. He wanted that pitcher to be down in the dirt.
Now comes into the 1-2 pitch.
Just
kind
like
of
that one right there.
Excuse me swing. Fielded and throw to first base. A good save over there by Chase Kemp. As Trevin didn't really plant and throw on that, but he got the out. In the top half of the first inning here at Vincent Beck Stadium, 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left. We've played a half inning of baseball from Vincent Beck Stadium in Beaumont. It's Akron 1, Lamar coming to bat.
Thank you very much. Very excited to be here. It's my first full day on campus, and it's been a whirlwind of a day, but a great day indeed. I am so excited to be part of the Cardinal family, and I'm very much looking forward to getting around, meeting everyone, and talking a little bit, and hope to see you all out this coming fall. But thank you once again. Thank you, Marco, especially for giving me this opportunity, and again, could not be more excited to be part of the Lamar family.
The countdown to Katy has begun. The Southland Conference Basketball Tournament at the Merrill Center in Katy, Texas. Experience it live as Southland strong teams compete for a tournament title and a chance to go to the dance. It's affordable family fun and great college hoops action. Tickets for the Southland Conference Basketball Tournament are on sale through school ticket offices and Ticketmaster.com.
1-0 Akron with a lead on the Cardinals as we move to the bottom of the first inning. Avery George will step in for the Lamar Cardinals, junior out of Humble. Second leading hitter in the lineup at 4:06. Off to a good start.
Looking for a little Avery special here to lead off the series. I don't think anyone would hate that.
13 hits on the season, 32 at-bats. Him and Kelby Weiler lead the team with 13 hits. Kelby with one less at-bat. Tade Heidinger on the mound for Akron. Pitch misses outside. Heidinger from Bayfield, Colorado, transfer from Fullerton College. And you're going to see that a lot with their first-year program. You see a lot of juniors on there and a lot of transfers. You know, you've got to build from somewhere. The 1-1 pitch underway, sent in the air towards right field. Schellenbarger coming over and will make the catch for out number one.
I mean, yeah, as you were saying, Harold, guys transfer usually after their freshman year. You know, I did the same thing. It's something you see all over the country, and it's something that when you go into school, you don't even consider at all. And then after your freshman year, you look around and you realize that not only are you doing it, but there's a lot of people that are in the same boat as you.
Yeah, but as a freshman, you got to play on a stage that was remarkable in the Southeastern Conference.
Oh, right. I mean, that was super fun.
Cole Gerard hits the ball down the left side. That could get down and be trouble. That's going to be fair down into the corner. Gerard on his way to second with a one-out dub. Did he? Oh, he did.
He caught it.
He caught that ball into corner. Wow. I misread that one.
Coleman, Gerard, I just want to give you a shout out, man. This guy has been having probably one of the toughest breaks I've ever seen. I know right now he's frustrated, and it sucks being a hitter and being able to barrel balls consistently and then just not being able to get the payoff for it.
I believe the umpire, when I saw the umpire start calling it fair, and that ball was actually chased down by Austin Domer, the left fielder. Apologize for that. That's you mentioned the kind of year Cole's had. He's hitting the ball right at people and then gets outs on spectacular plays on the outfield.
I mean, absolutely, and that's something that I really love about baseball. It's one of those sports that stats don't necessarily give you the whole picture, because even though his numbers aren't as high as they should be, he is doing his job at the plate.
1 ball, 1 strike on Reese Duran. Hitting for the Cardinals. Reese Duran leads the Cardinals hitting at .419. I'm sorry. Wrote that down wrong. He's hitting .320, the left fielder out of Jasper.
I guess he looks kind of like a left-handed Kelby Weiler.
Yeah.
I wouldn't confuse that at all.
So you got to take a couple days off. And
they're roommates, so I think that's where you're getting them mixed up. One of them's a little bit blonder than the other.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody on, 2 outs. 2-2 pitch on the way. He's going to pop it up on the left side. Hara coming over and give it a look. It's going to be over the grandstands. 1-0 Akron as they started the game off with a triple to left center field by Goulet. And on a sac fly, he was able to score the game's first run. Two balls, 2 strikes. Heidinger comes in with a 2-2 pitch. That ball sent out towards center field. and will be chased down in right center field by Brenton Phillips. 3 flyouts, 1 to right, 1 to left, and 1 to center. After an inning of baseball in Beaumont, 1-0 Akron.
Top of the second for Akron batting fifth. First baseman number 10, Cameron Tilley.
Top of the second inning we go. I'm Harold Mann along with Jorge Gutierrez as the Akron Zips come to the plate. 5, 6, and 7 in the batting order. 1-0 the visitors from Akron, Ohio. Remember the MAC conference. Good pitch there by Trevin Michael to start Cameron Tilley. 143 average for Tilley. He's out of Australia. Next pitch misses.
I'd like to pick that guy's brain too on Australia. Seems like a pretty cool place.
The land down under.
Mm-hmm.
1-1 pitch. Check to swing. Doesn't matter. It's called a strike. One ball, 2 strikes on the leadoff hitter here in the top of the second inning. 1-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Good job by Rhett McCall moving outside. And you talk about that, Jorge. You've talked about when a pitcher's ahead in the count, throw something low and away and have confidence in your catcher.
You got to throw it. You got to throw it out of the strike zone because you got to get the. Because you're such a head count, you got to get the hitter to chase, you know, and that's something that Trevin's really good at. And Rhett does a great job there of just giving him confidence. Hey, throw it wherever, I'm going to block it.
Kate O'Hara, the next hitter up, he's going to foul it out of play. Third baseman hitting 200 of the year. Imagine he might have some family over here this weekend. A freshman from IMG Academy over in Houston.
I didn't even know there was an IMG Academy in Houston.
Didn't either. He might have went to IMG Academy in just his hometown's Houston. He grounds out to short. I think you're right. I don't think there's an IMG. His previous school's IMG Academy, but his hometown's Houston.
Okay.
Batting seventh, the left fielder number 16, Austin Domer.
Here's Austin Domer, the left fielder, who made that great catch to take an extra base hit away from Cole Gerard in the bottom of the first inning. Steps in with nobody on and 2 outs. Domer from Orrville, Ohio.
That was kind of scary, Harold. He pulled a bump back and almost hit him right in the chin. I think that's one of the scariest things in baseball, just those sweet chin music plays. Like, gets everyone just woo, you know?
Kind of wake you up a little bit.
Oh, yeah. It's just, you forget how scary it is going up in that box sometimes.
0-1 pitch, a swing and a miss, 0-2. And, you know, as a collegiate hitter, as you you don't have much reaction time.
Oh, not at all. I mean, you can't be thinking about any of that stuff. You just got to be focused on your job.
The 0-2 pitch on the way, just missed the inside corner. I think Trevin thought he caught the corner. Looked like he started off the mound.
I think he did that just because he's all go. You know, he literally just got the ball on the mound pitch. He's full momentum right now. He just wants to get back in the dugout.
There's a appeal, no swing. Rhett McCall thought he caught the corner, or
I think he thought that he went. Yeah. I think he thought that he went. Umpire didn't think so, but I wouldn't be surprised if he followed that same slider with another one right here.
Peeled down to first base, said no. There's a ball. Fair ball, backhanded by Keel. Across the diamond,
Great
scooped
play
up by Chase Kemp. How about the head on the receiving end?
Great pick by Kemp right there. That's not easy, folks. Picking a ball up like that mid-hop from third base, not an easy play.
In order, no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left. Head to the bottom half of the second inning. It is Akron 1, Lamar nothing here from Vincent Beck Stadium.
If he gets 4 within 30 seconds, he'll win a Whataburger gift card. So are you ready? Get set and go. There's one. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and your time is up, Greg. Thank you for being today's Pride Talk contestant. Be sure to stop and get your Whataburger fix after the game and sign up to
Thank you very much. I'm very excited to be here. It's my first full day on campus, and it's been a whirlwind of a day, but a great day indeed. I am so excited to be part of the Cardinal family, and I'm very much looking forward to getting around, meeting everyone, and talking a little bit, and hope to see you all out this coming fall. But thank you once again. Thank you, Marco.
Be a good way to start off the second inning. The pitch to Correa on the way. Off-speed stays upstairs for a ball.
And for the people at home, you know, sometimes when you're slumping, maybe using somebody else's bat is literally the only spark that you need.
Little mojo there.
Little mojo. Baseball is very superstitious.
1-1 pitch upstairs, ball 2. JC does a really good job, you know, working a pitcher.
Oh, yeah, that just shows maturity in a hitter, you know. Laying off those close pitches are sometimes a difference in an at-bat.
Ready for the 2-1 pitch on the way. Misses ball 3. And you know he's anxious here with the 3-1 pitch coming.
3-1 is every hitter's dream. And
what do you look for here?
You just look for a pitch that you can hit hard, and if it's out of the zone, don't hit it. Just take the walk.
3-1 pitch on the way. He takes the walk.
Just like that. And that's a really good sign because JC hasn't necessarily been finding holes. He has been hitting balls hard. But being able to know that your numbers are falling just because their balls aren't getting through the hole and taking walks like that just shows that maturity is a very big key in JC's game.
Brings to the plate Chase Kemp, Cardinals first baseman. Junior out of Nederland High School. Dade Heidinger on the mound. Pitch comes in. This is another guy that you want to see really open up. You know, he needs to. You know, he's going to have a good year.
I just realized that. I mean, Kemp's one of those guys. Even when he's practicing, he almost looks like he's tired just because the game comes so easy to him. You know, and he's such a big spark to a lineup. So I would love to see him barrel a ball right here and hit something hard.
2 balls, no strikes. Cardinals get the leadoff guy on with J.C. Correa. Runner at first base. He's a steal this year, 1 for 1.
JC's really looking for a ball in the dirt here. Anything that kind of may skip away, or even if as soon as he reads it, it's in the dirt, he's gone.
Pitch low and inside, ball 3 as catcher Johnson's going to go out and talk to his pitcher. And going to get a visit to the mound.
That's a good job by the catcher going out there, not necessarily having to wait for the pitching coach. You know, sometimes the battery, the pitcher and the catcher, you kind of get feelings of something not going right. And right there, the catcher, Johnson, went out. He felt like something was going on in the pitcher's head maybe, or with his delivery. And he's going out to say basically, hey, man, take a breather, just relax. You know, it's a simple game. Let's play catch, me and you right here.
Yeah, that's probably what Dan McKinney, the pitching coordinator who went out to the mound, I'm sure he said the same thing, you know, just something they see in his mechanics or in his release.
Yeah, and sometimes you really just need to go out there and tell him a dumb joke or something just to get his mind off things. I tend to do that, and it works.
Most of your jokes dumb?
It works 60% of the time. It works all the time. That's one of the jokes right there.
There you go.
Anchorman.
Yeah. And back-to-back walks. So the Cardinals starting to get something going here in the bottom half of the second inning. Anthony Carrion steps in, 188 on the year. Out of Canada, went to Clarendon Junior College, second year in the program. You know, we're saying this about a lot of the Lamar guys because we follow them and we know their potential, but this is another young man that's going to start coming around.
Yeah, Q's a very interesting athlete because he looks like he could be in the CrossFit Games, and he's playing baseball, you know. So he's just a guy that is an explosive spark to basically anything that he does, you know.
Takes a first pitch, taken all the way for a called strike. After back-to-back walks, he knew he would take that first pitch. So Heidinger working in a jam here in the bottom of the second inning. Akron leading 1-0. Oh, one pitch misses for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. We already have some loosening up going in the Akron bullpen.
And that's key, you know, in series like this, getting into the bullpen. When you're talking about an offensive plan towards a team, the team that usually tends to get to the bullpen first is most successful. So that's big time.
Heidinger looks at the runners, comes in with a 1-1, misses outside. Johnson tried to frame the pitch, but his glove was way off the plate.
And here, what Q needs to do is he needs to be smart because he has walked 2 consecutive guys. You know he doesn't want to give a third walk up and load the bases, so you're thinking fastball, but you can't chase. Let's see what Q ends up doing here.
2-1 pitch on the way, watches for ball 3. Another one's going to load him up with nobody out.
Everyone in the ballpark here knows what's coming, Harold.
Yeah.
Hopefully Harold, look at that. I just did the same thing. Hopefully Q stays within himself and just doesn't try to do too much with something that he doesn't need to be chasing.
Yeah, you know, Heidinger's going to try to find the strike zone here with the fastball. And time called at home plate by Q. With
it's a big AB. You know, you have a chance here to tie the game early and maybe get you a lead if you find a gap. So
the hottest hitting player in the team, Kelby, waiting on deck.
Absolutely.
3-1 pitch on the way. There's a ground ball into left field for a base hit. That'll tie this game up. Rounding third, heading towards home, and scoring Cardinals' first one is J.C. Correa. He got a good jump on contact.
That was a great piece of hitting by Q right there. Low fastball. He could have taken a big hack and maybe chopped it into the ground or missed it and popped up, tried to get a double, but he just took what the pitcher gave him and got an RBI with it.
5th RBI of the year. Here's Kelby Weiler, 419 average for Kelby. Went to Warren High School. He's a transfer from Rice University.
Even though Kelby is the hottest hitter, don't be surprised if he tries to lay one down here and put runners in scoring position for Cole Coker.
Third baseman sneaks in a few steps. Yep. He squares, pushes it up that first base side. He's did his job. He's going to advance those runners, throw to first. And the Cardinals get runners at second and third with less than 2 outs.
And for the people viewing at home, that may seem like a pretty boring play. It's not very flashy, but that is huge because now you have an opportunity to maybe bloop a ball over the second baseman's head and would have only gotten you 1 run. Now it gives you a 2-run lead. So a bunt like that, being a team guy and a selfless approach like Kelby just did, is a really big thing for a team.
And Bryant Schellenberger out in right field, giving him a lot of room on that right side. So if Cole could get around in one here. So the Cardinals have tied it up. It's a 1-1. And Kelby Weiler lays down the sack bunt to advance the runners. There's a good-looking pitch for a called strike.
That one got to me, Harold. He's shaking his head, I think, at that one.
Gonna have to talk to him about that one.
Yeah. Come on, Coke. He's gonna get a line drive right here, probably over the second baseman. I got a feeling in my spleen.
The 0-1 pitch is swinging a miss.
I gotta stop talking. I feel like I'm
That's
just the
funny.
bad news bear.
No, I've never heard anyone say a feeling in my spleen.
I don't even know where my spleen is. I just felt right.
No balls, 2 strikes, 1 on, one out, a run in, and 2 on base. Heidinger ready to come in with a 0-2 pitch on the way. That ball's hit out towards right to center field. That ball will be caught in the center by Phillips. Here comes the run coming down third to score, and going to third base is Q. So a sac fly.
That was an awesome piece of hitting by my roommate, Cole. His girlfriend's here tonight, so I'm sure he wanted to show off that he can barrel some balls up for her. Sage, shout out to you. But that was just really good by him, staying within himself with 2 strikes and not just trying to poke a ball. You know, sometimes with 2 strikes a hitter can get scared or defensive and just try not to strike out. But he did a good job of putting a good swing on a ball and getting a sac fly.
Rhett McCall looking for his first hit of the year, and this is a young man. It's going to come around for him as well. He's been hitting the ball well, but right at people. Takes the first pitch for a called strike. And this has been a baseball inning for the Cardinals. Walk, a base hit, a sac bunt, and a sac fly.
I think that's just taking advantages of what another team gives you right there. You know, they give you a free bag and you bunt them over, get them in. That's baseball.
The 0-1 pitch on the way, called strike 2. 0-2. 2 on, 2 outs, 2-1 Lamar here in the bottom half of the second inning. Top of the batting order, Avery George waiting on deck. The 0-2 pitch on the way, just outside for a ball.
Good pitch right there. That's exactly where you want to put an 0-2 fastball way off the plate.
And a good job by Rhett to lay off.
Oh yeah, that's what I was getting at, Harold. I mean, it takes a good eye to know that those balls are going to be 4 inches off. Doesn't sound like a lot, but 4 inches.
Ball fouled down the right side out of play. Stays 1-2. And that's a good pitch there for Rhett McCall to fight off.
Yeah, and especially good to see him battling when he's struggling at the plate right now. You know, that just means that even though things aren't going his way, he's still locked in. He's still having an approach and staying with his plan. And that's good to see.
Heidinger ready to come in with the 1-2. 1-2 pitch on the way, swing, and a missed strike 3 to end the inning. However, the Cardinals pick up 2 runs to take the lead, 2 runs on a hit. No errors and 1 left. After 2 innings of play from Vincent Beck Stadium in Beaumont, it's Lamar 2, Akron 1. One hit and no errors, waiting for Rhett McCall. There he comes. Got a catcher's question for you.
Hit me with
And
it.
when it comes with traditional baseball, you're on deck with 2 outs. You have the shin guards on, correct?
You know what? It depends. It depends. Keep going. Is that the question?
Yeah, that is the question.
Oh, well, sometimes, yeah, just because you're in the dugout and maybe you're just resting and you kind of get rushed to go on deck. But if you feel like the guy's going to get a hit in front of you, sometimes it's good juju to take your shin guards off because that shows confidence that, hey, I know you're going to get a hit. I know I'm hitting this inning. Maybe that's just how I kind of always approached it.
8, 9, and 1 in the batting order coming up here for Akron. Daniel Johnson takes a called strike.
Buckle. That was a good curveball right there. When a pitcher can start off an inning with an off-speed pitch like that, that just shows full-on concentration, in my opinion.
Looking for his first hit of the year, and he's 0 for 7, 1 ball, 1 strike. The catcher for the Zips hits the ball towards short. Good high hop. Oh, and he dropped it. Kelby Wilder looked like he tried to rush that a little bit.
I think that was just one of those hops that kind of skip funny off the turf. I'm not going to make any excuses for Kelby, but I think we can agree that that is not going to happen very often. Kelby's one of the most sure-handed guys.
Short. Good high hop. Oh, and he dropped it. Shows bunt, pulls the bat back, snap throw down to first, and he just gets back. Well, they about got him leaning off that bag, and that ball a little closer to the line. They get him.
Yeah, I mean, and that's why you have a guy like Rhett McCall behind the plate. That's exactly why you keep him in there even when he's not producing offensively, because even though he might not be hitting so well, and everyone knows that's going to turn around, there's no doubt about that, he just always consistently brings that defensive to the ballpark.
There's a called strike going to. They're going to go with a hit on that leadoff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, good.
Tate Wargo at the plate. From state of Illinois. Oh, 2 pitch misses for a ball, 1 and 2. Trevin Michael checks that runner on at first base. 1-2 pitch outside. That's really not a bad 1-2 pitch. They're trying to get him to chase one out of the strike zone.
That's one of those pitches you want to start in the strike zone, and so it looks like a strike out of the hand, and see if the guy chases. And unfortunately, Johnson's having a good eye up there at the plate.
Trevin Michael comes in with a 2-2 pitch, and it's going to be popped up. J.C. Correa makes the catch at second for out number 1.
30 minutes ago, that same pop-up, Harold, would have been a lot harder to play. You know, sometimes around 6 o'clock when the sky is a little pinkish gray, those fly balls just meshing with the sky. So JC's thinking he's probably fortunate that it's dark out now.
Well, in about a week, it's going to get a little worse because a week from Sunday, we moved the clocks ahead an hour. So
No way.
Yeah, so it'll be light longer, meaning, yeah.
I knew I shouldn't have changed the clock on my car.
Finally. You just changed it and you got to change it back?
I didn't change it. I still haven't changed it, so it's still an hour ahead.
Oh, so you don't need to worry about it.
I'm ready for it.
Yeah, you're ahead of everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Bradley Goulet at the plate. He tripled to start the ball game, scored Akron's run. There's a throw to first, and the ball's going to skip away, but not far enough. That might have actually hit Johnson at first.
I think he got him in the shoulder and the upper back because Chase thought he caught it, and I think it just kind of hit something.
No balls, 1 strike. 1 on, 1 out. Pitch popped back up and over the top. Travis. Now, as a base runner, you see this a lot, and I just don't, when they throw over to first base and that first baseman brings that glove down, some first basemen bring it down a lot harder than the others.
As a base runner, I think you just got to respect that the guy's trying to get you out. Sometimes you can feel when it's crossing the line between effort and aggression, you know. Sometimes you feel like he's just trying to hurt you.
0-2 pitch upstairs for a ball, 1-2.
Yeah, I've been playing, and hopefully I keep playing for a while longer. But I've only been in a couple games where an altercation or verbal, talking has been going on because of how hard someone got tagged. And every time, it's just interesting to see how it plays out.
1-2 pitch. Tried to go hold a swing back. He does not. Appeal to first for the strikeout.
And there's an example of that slider that starts in the bottom of the zone and then disappears. And
How hard is that to lay off of?
I think as a right-handed hitter, and especially Trevin's arm slot being so consistent, he's just peppering fastball away, fastball away, fastball away. So if you keep seeing that, your brain's just going to subconsciously just swing at it next time it shows up, except he threw a slider and it just falls off the table.
2 down here with 1 on. Barr had the sac fly. His first time up. Driving in his first run. 1 ball, no strikes on him, and he's going to send a high fly out towards right. Avery George coming in a few steps, makes the catch for the final out of the inning. No runs on a hit, no errors, and 1 left. Head to the bottom of the 3rd inning at Vincent Beck. Lamar 2, Akron 1.
Thank you very much. I'm very excited to be here. It's my first full day on campus, and it's been a whirlwind of a day, but a great day indeed. I'm so excited to be part of the Cardinal family, and I'm very much looking forward to getting around, meeting everyone, and talking a little bit, and hope to see you all out this coming fall. But thank you once again. Thank you, Marco, especially for giving me this opportunity, and again, could not be more excited to be part of the Lamar family.
The countdown to Katy has begun. The Southland Conference Basketball Tournament at the Merrill Center in Katy, Texas. Experience it live as Southland strong teams compete for a tournament title and a chance to go to the dance. It's affordable family fun and great college hoops action. Tickets for the Southland Conference Basketball Tournament are on sale through school ticket offices and Ticketmaster.com.
3rd inning, LU up 2-1 on the Akron Zips. Avery George, Cole Gerard, Reese Duran to the plate. Gerard flew to right, 0 for 1. George, excuse me. First pitch swinging, grounded to second. Scooped up by Goulet. He throws on to first. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the 3rd. For Cole Gerard, he flew to left on that nice running catch by Domer.
Statistically here, Harold, if Cole Gerard finds a barrel and it doesn't get a hit, I think we're looking at a phenomenon. I think we're looking at a supernatural thing going on. Oh my gosh.
First pitch swinging, hits a high fly ball out to center. Phillips.
It's honestly something to chuckle at now, because literally on Tuesday he did it 3 times, and that's the 2nd time tonight. And right now I know, man, he's upset, but just keep working, Cole, man. We're rooting for you. We know that those are going to fall.
If you're Duran, do you want to take a pitch or so? This kid's only throwing 2 pitches this inning.
I think Coach Davis definitely gave him a take here.
First pitch on the way.
Absolutely.
Takes it for a called strike. Yeah, because there's only been 2 pitches in the inning.
And you have to.
You want to give Trevin a chance to rest a little bit.
Well, that, and also 3 pitches. Momentum is such a big part of the game. When a 3-pitch inning is just such a momentum changer.
0-1 pitch is going to be a 4-pitch inning, it looks like, as that ball's hit out towards center and caught by Phillips. In the 3rd inning, a quick one. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left aboard. Through 3, it's 2-1 Lamar. Back Stadium, top of the fourth inning we go. 3, 4, and 5 in the batting order for Akron, starting off with Brenton Phillips. Flew to center field his first time up.
That's a
Takes
really
the
good
first pitch.
frame. Good frame, Rhett. I love when catchers do their job. As a catcher, I just think it's art. It's beautiful.
Not biased about catchers, are you?
I don't think so.
The 0-1 pitch, that ball's hit pretty well out towards left field. Reese Duran, though, with the heavy air holding it up, will run it down in left center field.
That's an F7 at the back. I don't even think he barreled it that much, but I don't know. Maybe in Akron the ball flies better.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say that for our viewers up in Akron listening. It is, I mean, the wind's not blowing. It doesn't right now, but it is hard to get one out of this ballpark. Now, left-handers, they can get around on them. We've had some home runs hit out to right this year, but to hit a home run to left field is pretty tough here this time of year.
If you hit a ball out to left field, you got my respect.
First pitch is a fastball, catches the outside corner for a called strike on Schellenbarger. Grounded back to the mound on an excuse-me swing to end the first inning. 0-1 pitch. Foul down the right side. It's 0-2. Josh Reineke.
Look at that guy.
Job.
Big Ran.
Making a run down there. The sophomore from Port Neches Groves High School. No balls, 2 strikes. Bases empty, 1 down. 0-2 pitch.
That was nasty.
Boy, it was. That thing. And you know, Schellenbarger just walking back to the dugout.
I mean, that was what they call Uncle Charlie. I don't know why they call it Uncle Charlie, to be honest
Curveball's
with
always
you.
been Uncle Charlie.
But that was nasty. I mean, it from up here, when you see a pitch move that much, even from however far we are, 100 feet away, it's impressive. And when you're hitting, you just got to tip your cap that guy threw something that you just couldn't hit.
Cameron Tilley struck out his first time up. Good pitch up a little bit for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. One 0 pitch, fouls it right back to the screen. 1-1. Same 2 teams at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. That'll be video only. And then Jorge and I are back on the air at 10 o'clock on Sunday morning. There's a fly ball hit out towards right field. Pretty well hit. We talked about the ball flying to right. Avery George going back and makes the catch on the warning track in front of the wall. He had a long way to run as that ball is hit quite a ways. And it's gloved for the final out of the 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left aboard. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning at Vincent Beck Stadium. It remains Lamar 2, Akron 1.
We do have a winner on our ExxonMobil trivia question tonight. The question was, the Cardinals are third.
Thank you very much. I'm very excited to be here. It's my first full day on campus, and it's been a whirlwind of a day, but a great day indeed. I am so excited to be part of the Cardinal family, and I'm very much looking forward to getting around, meeting everyone, and talking a little bit, and hope to see you all out this coming fall. But thank you once again. Thank you, Marco, especially for giving me this opportunity, and again, could not be more excited to be part of the Lamar family.
The countdown to Katy has begun. The Southland Conference.
Zips in town. J.C. Correa, Chase Kemp, and Anthony Carrion. J.C. reached on a walk and scored the Cardinals' first run. Takes a called strike up a little bit into strike zone. No balls, 1 strike. Correa preseason All Southland Conference. The 0-1 pitch on the way. Oop, That one got away.
Just a bit inside.
Yeah.
Ball one, Harold. I've always wanted to say that.
You finally got
and
to
I
say
was
it.
able to do it on an actual broadcast. Mom, if you're listening, I did it.
Mama would be proud.
No, she wouldn't. I don't even think she's.
She's probably looking down and shaking her head right now. Jorge,
Yeah.
Jorge.
She's probably thinking about my grades. Oh,
There's a high chopper behind third, fair ball. Long throw across. Bang, bang at first, and they get him. Good job there by Hara over at third base.
and that would have been a good play if JC wasn't a pretty quick guy, but because I know how fast JC moves down the base, I think Hara did a great job there getting rid of the ball, and he threw a strike to first.
Chase Kemp walked and scored the Cardinals' second run in the second inning. Akron got their run in the first inning with a leadoff triple followed by a sac fly. First pitch misses outside.
Change-ups. God, change-ups are just the worst.
Comes that 1-0 pitch. Fooled him with it, a swing and a miss, 1-1.
There's another one.
2 runs, 1 hit, no errors for Lamar. 1-2-0 for Akron. Cardinals taking advantage of a couple of walks in the second inning. Comes that 1-1 pitch. Called a strike on the corner.
See, and that fastball looks so much faster just because he threw two changeups back to back that were good. You know, if you got a good changeup and you say you throw 85 and your changeup's good enough to fool people, it makes your fastball look like 90 now.
Good pitch selection. 1-2 pitch stays outside for a ball, 2-2. And that's why you see a lot of pitchers, you know, when you even get in the big leagues, you know, guys who don't throw in the mid to upper 90s, they may be in the lower 90s to upper 80s. If they got a good changeup, it works.
That's why you got guys like Greg Maddux throwing to their 40-something.
2-2 pitch on the way. There's a grounder off first. Oh, no, fielded out to second base. Good job by Heidinger to get over and cover. I'm sure second baseman Goulet was talking to Tilly, his first baseman, that he had it.
Yeah, that right there, that's just communication between the first and second baseman, because a lot of those times with soft hit balls and that 4-hole range, sometimes you kind of look at each other. You got it, you, me, you, So good job by second baseman there, just being communicative with the first baseman and making the play.
And taking charge. RBI single for Carry on his first time up. Heavy swing and a miss, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, bases empty, 2 down. Down in the count, 0-2. With the bases empty, Weiler waits on deck. He'd bat if Q can get on here. 0-2 pitch. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. That came inside and hit him in the helmet.
Oh, man, that was scary.
Boy, he'll
That
go
was
first.
scary. See what I'm saying? Sweet chin music, and then it happens, and we were talking about it,
Yeah.
man. Q's a tough guy. If that would have been me, I'm probably on the ground milking it, you know. But this is a guy who squats 400 pounds.
Chris Sabo's going to come out and talk with our home plate umpire, Brandon Lejeune, whether that may have hit the bat or not.
Man, that's scary.
That's why you wear the batting helmet.
That's why
right
you wear
there.
the helmet. And Q specifically wears one of those flaps that cover his cheek.
Okay.
That kind of started coming into the league after Giancarlo Stanton got
Yeah.
hit. I think in 2014, and he broke his bone in his face. So
You
I
see,
think that's probably exactly what it hit. So I'm sure he's thinking he's grateful to wear that C flap right there.
You see Jose Altuve and Carlos Correa wear them too.
Oh, absolutely.
More and more big leaguers are going to that.
It's just smart. Why not protect yourself?
So 1 out hit batter. Kelby Weiler. Sack bunt, perfect. Sack bunt his first time up.
Haydinger being able to throw a right-on-right changeup for the first pitch just shows that he is really comfortable throwing that. Because for the viewers listening at home, a changeup's not usually a pitch that you see a right-handed pitcher throw to a right-handed hitter, especially not first pitch.
First pitch swing is a hard hit to second, scooped up by Goulet, and he'll fire on to first for the putout. Fourth inning, no runs on no hits, no errors, and one left. After 4, score remains Lamar 2, Akron 1.
They're very friendly, very cooperative. I would personally recommend JK to everyone.
Cato Hara steps in, grounded short his first time up. First pitch swinging, sends it in the air. Not very much movement out there in right field by Avery George, had him perfectly played.
A lot of fly balls being hit tonight here. Well, it means that the timing is there. That means that these guys are ready to hit. They're just barely mishitting these balls. That's why you're seeing a lot of fly balls. That's usually what's going on.
You know, and for a team like Akron, they're in the MAC, and this is a program that folded after the 2015 season, and this is their first time since then to have a baseball program. So, you know, these guys are anxious to get it going again. There's another fly ball, this time Avery with a few steps back. Reaches up. 2 pitches and 2 outs to right field. How about that? Kind of what we saw.
It's a F9 party. Gotta love it.
Matter of fact, going back to last inning, the final out of the 4th inning was a fly out to right. So
well, you jinxed it now. It was going to happen again, but.
Well, I mean, it just was an out.
No, I'm sure it'll happen right here. That'd be cool.
First pitch swinging is a grounded foul.
Still a chance. Still a chance.
Now, you're a young guy. Do you remember Chris Sable playing?
I do not remember. I'm more of a guy, I got to see how a ball player moves around to see if I remember. Like their stance, that's kind of how I play off things.
The 0-1 pitch, misses up a little bit for a ball. Hey.
When did he play?
Oh, I mean, like I said, you're young, probably before you were born, because in the 80s, do you remember the 1990 Cincinnati World Series championship?
No, that was a good slider.
Yeah, good pitch. Back when in 1990, the Reds played the A's in the World Series, and Oakland was supposed to win the World Series. The Reds swept them. The 1-2 pitch on the way, swing, and a missed strike 3, a quick 1-2-3 inning here in the 5th. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We head to the home half of the 5th inning. It remains Lamar 2, Akron 1. In the YMCA.
I regret nothing, Harold. I regret nothing, and I do it every time. And if you don't, then that's on you.
Number 7, Cole Coker.
8-9-1 in the batting order coming up for the Cardinals. Cole Coker had an RBI, a sac fly his first time up. Driving in his first run of the year, the designated hitter for the Cardinals. Huffman Hargrave.
Hopefully Hollywood can shake that monkey off his bat and get a base knock right here.
First pitch on the way to him, catches the outside corner for a called strike. No balls, 1 strike. Lamar leads it 2-1. By the way, going back to the 3rd inning, they have switched that to an error. That initially went up. It may have been an error along all the while. They just put it on the board wrong. The 1-1 pitch misses outside for ball 2-1. So the line scores 2-1-1 for Lamar, 1-1-0 for Akron. Heidinger's pitch on the way, misses ball 3. I know we'll get base runners any way we can, and a walk would be nice here, but I'd love to see Cole get that a base hit to get it going for this season.
And Cole's the kind of guy who might even try a bunt right here.
Not that one.
Not that one.
And takes the ball inside. Or a walk. That is the 3rd walk by Tate Heidinger to go along with the hit batter. Catcher Rhett McCall struck out his first time up. Steps in with a runner on and nobody out in a 2-1 game here in the 5th inning.
Probably be looking for a bunt here, Harold. Get the top of the order coming up with a runner in scoring position in less than 2 outs. Wouldn't be surprised if that's what's going on through Coach Davis's head right here.
Kate O'Hara thinks so at 3rd base. Look how far he's come in. Did not show bunt on that first pitch. It misses outside. Now, Hunter Doucette, first base coach, can go over and talk to Cole Coker. Scott Hatton coaching over at 3rd for the Cardinals. One ball, no strikes on Lamar catcher. Rhett McCall, did he get that first hit down that right side? There you go. That's going to put him at 1st and 3rd for the Cardinals. You know, goes Oppo with it and gets the base hit.
That probably feels amazing.
Oh, you know, he's
Rhett's happy right now.
Oh, he's elated right now.
He's pumped, especially because he just kind of mishit that one, got jammed, and still found a hole. That's just the baseball gods going down, looking at you and saying, you know what, you've had a tough couple weeks. Here you go. Get the first knock of the year. Now you can relax finally.
And it sets it up for the inning because you have runners at 1st and 3rd, nobody out in the top of the order coming up.
Oh, not only was it good for him, but it sets up a big inning like you said. And now with top of the order, Avery can do a bunch of things here. You could bunt. You do a lot of things to see what he ends up choosing.
1st and 3rd, 0 for 2, a fly out and a ground out. There goes the runner. First pitch swinging, fouls it back. And that would have been a stolen base from McCall.
It would have, but a hit and run right there isn't a bad idea.
Right.
Just because if you
get something going.
Oh, it gets something going. And it's a hit and run, I think, for me, is such a big play in baseball because it's such a momentum changer. You execute a hit and run or you execute a play like that involves a bunch of moving parts, and everyone in the dugout's going to be excited because it was a full team play.
No balls, 1 strike on Avery George. Coker at 3rd, McCall at 1st. A walk and a single. 0-1 pitch is a ground ball and deep short knocked down. No play. Infield single, a run, a score. Good job there by Barr to keep it on the infield, but there was absolutely nothing he could do.
Yeah, you got to put that one in your pocket. I mean, I'm pretty sure Avery wasn't even running as hard as he could to first base because he knew that he was safe. I mean, that was an Avery special. If the shortstop's got to leave his feet to throw to Avery out, it's probably not going to happen.
6th RBI of the year for Avery George. He's at 1st. Rhett McCall moves over to 2nd base. Cardinals have taken a 3-1 lead. Now we're going to get action in the Akron bullpen. First baseman Tilley comes in a few steps. And Cole Gerard takes a timeout. As a hitter, what point do you want to take a step out when the pitcher is taking a slow time when he's moving slow?
I think at any point you don't feel that you're in control at the plate, you got to step out, take a breather, and then get your mind right, because it's important to feel the power in the box.
First and second. First pitch misses outside, did not show bunt. Cole does such a good job of putting that ball down.
Oh yeah, Cole's a good bunter because he not only gets the job done and places it well, but he's incredibly fast, so he puts a lot of pressure on the defense, which is why you like someone like Cole bunting, because even if it just gets the job done, it could get a run if the throw goes away.
1-0 pitch on the way, shows bunt, pulls the bat back, 2-0. Now you got to start wondering how long of a leash Coach Chris Sabo is going to give Heidinger here.
Can't imagine it'd be too long.
2 balls, no strikes. Spin and look at second base.
And usually why pitchers do that, and sometimes pitching coaches give that sign for the pitcher, is to see if
He's going to square around.
See if he's going to square around, you know, because sometimes just because he squared around once doesn't mean that it's necessarily on for the continuous of the at-bat.
A good job there by Gerard, not showing as if he was going to, if he is. And he is. Pulls it back. That ball's going to get by, scoop back to the backstop, and runners will advance.
And with a 3-0 count, and with the base open, I don't know if there's any chance that Gerard has a green light here, just because best case scenario, if he throws a strike and you take it, you still got 2 more chances. But there's also a chance that he could walk you and you got the bases loaded.
Right, he may not even see a pitch he likes.
Absolutely.
I mean, they may not try to give him everything to
right.
hit.
So I think as a smart hitter, or, I don't know, he could be locked in and just sit in heater here. But
3-0 pitch, taken all the way. Whoop, going to need that bat back, Cole. Does that upset an umpire a little bit, you think?
I mean, I've never umpired. That's never happened to me. But as a catcher, when that happens, and it's just a good feeling being able to be like, where are you going? Come back here, you know? So I can assume the umpire is the same thing.
Or talk to the umpire as a catcher. Hey, Blue, see what he just did to you?
Yeah, hey, just so you know, he just showed you up. Maybe lean towards helping us out a little bit. No, I'm just kidding.
I know. 3 balls, 1 strike. Runners at second and third. Nobody out and a run in here in the 5th inning. Lamar leading 3-1. Tate Heidinger delivers. Fought it off 3-2. So good job by Heidinger after falling down on the count. 3 balls and no strikes. They battle back and see the count work full. Heidinger's pitch at 3-2. There's a ground ball to short, knocked down at third, and a throw to first, not in time, infield base hit. And Hera didn't have really where to go with it.
That was good defense right there, because that ball gets by you. That could be 2 runs, and he almost got him at first, and Gerard's a good base runner.
Well, Reese Duran, here's your chance. 3:20 coming in. 0-for-2, he's flown to center. And Chris Sabo's on his way to the mound, so that means we'll have a pitching change. 3-1, Lamar leads it, bases loaded, nobody out here in the 5th.
Now pitching for Akron, number 34, Logan Bell.
New pitcher in the ball game for the Akron Zips is Logan Bell, 6'1" freshman from Lisbon, Ohio. Bell on the year for Akron is making his third appearance. He's tossed 3 1/3 innings, 6 strikeouts, 1 walk. ERA at 2.7. Opponents hitting 167 off him, so he's done a pretty good job with his numbers out of the bullpen. And he comes in with a jam here, bases loaded and nobody out. And the number 3 hitter in the batting order at the plate. Reese Duran steps in. First pitch on the way to him, misses. Partial on Heidinger, 4 innings, 4 hits, 1 strikeout, 3 walks, hit batter. 3 runs at this point, but all 3 runners on the base, they are his responsibility. Good opportunity here for Reese.
Oh yeah, as Reese, you definitely want to get at least 1 run here.
1-0 pitch on the way, misses ball 2, 2-0. And one thing about it with a 3-game series, you've already gotten into the Akron bullpen.
Yeah, and as I was saying earlier, that's such a big deal because the more you can tire those guys out over there, that just gives you an advantage. Plus, it gives you an insight as to the plan they're trying to take on you, how they're trying to pitch you.
Ready for the 2-0 pitch. He hits a ball to deep right field, way back, and that ball is gone. A grand slam home run for Reese Duran.
Country boy got all of that one. That was kablazzled. I don't even know what to say. That ball was hit so hard. I didn't even know Reese could hit him that far.
Well, we talked about it about an inning or so ago, about the only place you could really get one out of here is the right field. He got it up there, and Schellenbarger, the right fielder, just went back, looked into the skies of southeast Texas, and watched that ball clear the double-decker.
I think he heard us and just wanted to show us how it's done. And in grand fashion, grand slams, first one of the year.
There's a called strike to J.C. Correa. That will close the book on Heidinger. 6 of the 7 runs are his. J.C. walked and scored and grounded to third. 1 ball, 1 strike. With Logan Bell ready to come in with the 1-1 pitch. The last time we were on the air, I gave you a project to ask JC. Do you remember what that was?
I asked him so many things. I probably asked him. I just don't remember what he answered. What was the homework assignment?
Why he wears number 5 and did not wear the number his brother Carlos Correa won for the Astros.
Oh, it's just because he's been wearing 5 his whole life. Even in Alvin, he wore number 5. Some guys just have a number for no apparent reason, really. Just
pops it back up and out of play. A lot of times you see younger brother wear the same number of his older brother.
Oh, I'm sure it's definitely crossed his mind, but 5s, I feel like it'd be weird if you wore number 1. First of all, because Reese is number 1, so seeing anyone else in number 1 is different. But no, JC loves number 5, and it fits him.
2-2 pitch on the way, up just a little bit.
Ooh. Sometimes when you get those close calls that, as a hitter, freeze you a little bit, and you think, "Oh, am I going to strike out?" And you're not. You get another life. Sometimes that's the best thing ever because you basically feel like you got another shot.
3-2 pitch is a ground ball towards short. Barr has it. Will fire across in time for the first out of the inning. A walk, a single, an RBI single, a walk, and a grand slam home run. And the Cardinals have opened it up here in the 5th inning, 7-1. Chase Kemp walked and scored in the 2nd, grounded to 2nd in the 4th. Cardinals first baseman steps in. Pitch inside for a ball. Logan Bell in relief of Tate Heidinger. Pitch down for a ball. Again, just some personnel in the bullpen for Akron. And now the Cardinals have got some bodies down there.
You got some guys in hoodies probably just getting ready to think about coming in.
2-0 pitch misses ball 3. 3-0.
With long innings like this, I think that's actually Trevin. That's Trevin just staying loose in the pen. Long innings like these, it's not surprising to see the starting pitcher move around a little bit in the bullpen.
Here comes a 3-0 pitch, taken all the way for a called strike. Well, you know, as soon as that ball left the bat of Reese Duran, you know, he knew. He had to feel in the plate. And that had to be an outstanding feeling. Watch that ball go.
That feeling that you know it. You just know it.
3-1 pitch. Misses ball 4. I liked what Chase did there. He waited and let the umpire call the pitch.
Yeah, it's. I think that's a safer place, safer way to play it. You know, just wait till the umpire gives you the cue. Hey, ball 4. Hey, strike. Sometimes you get eager and you think that it's so off that you just take off and run to first. And
a lot of times you get called back.
Yeah, and that's a bad feeling. Just like getting another chance at a miscalled strike, getting a called strike when you think you got to walk is a slow walk to home plate.
The 8th man to bat in the inning is Anthony Carrion. RBI single and hit by a pitch. Takes a bender on the inside corner for a called strike. No balls, 1 strike. In a 7-1 game. Ball fouled back out of play. 0-2.
And that foul back right there is called a good miss because his intent and direction with his swing and everything was composed. You know, everything looked good. The timing was there. The only thing was just he swung 1/8 of an inch too low and fouled it straight back. That's all it takes. It's just that much between a double and a foul ball.
Down in the count, no balls, 2 strikes. 0-2 pitch underway, low and away. Good job there by Daniel Johnson, the catcher, scooting to his right to smother that pitch. 1-2. Akron took an early 1-0 lead on a triple and a sac fly in the top of the 1st inning. Cardinals now lead at 7-1 over the Zips. 1-2 pitch. Well, he got popped in the head last time. He had been away from that one.
I guess he's got a target on his shoulder or something. Jeez, Q.
You know, he's kind of in the back of his mind going, come on.
Yeah, he just wants to hit. He just wants to hit something hard.
2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2 pitch on the way. Got a round on it, fouled it down the 3rd base side behind Coach Scott Hatton. Got to give our shout out to Chris Messina, student manager. Brings the new balls out for Brandon Lejeune. Anthony Carrion, the Cardinal 3rd baseman at the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 on, 1 out. 5 runs in here in the 5th. 2-2 pitch on the way, low and away, ball 3.
That was a really good.
That's hard. You could tell he kind of clutched back a little bit and he laid off it.
Well, yeah, a few innings ago we talked about that slider that looks like a fastball halfway there and then it just kind of dips out of the zone. As a hitter, sometimes it's hard to check up that swing, but Q did a good job there just keeping his body on top of the plate and staying composed and knowing that he had time to take that pitch.
Ready for a 3-2. Let's see if the runner's going with 1 out. He is. 3-2 pitch on the way. That's going to be popped up and out of play. With Kemp taking off at first base.
And Kemp's one of those guys that's like sneaky fast. Obviously, he's 6'3", 2 something. You know, he doesn't look like he can move around, and he's a first baseman, 4-hole. You wouldn't think that he's a guy who's nimble, but he's pretty quick. You know, he's especially for his size, and just he looks like kind of like a tight end. You know, he moves for bigger than he is.
Try it again at 3-2. Going again, 3-2 pitch, fouled right back here.
I was gonna catch that.
I saw that. I saw the little flinch there.
Still got it.
I told you from game one. I know the window in front of you doesn't open, but the one in front of me does. Your job, you know, is to protect me.
I know I can't catch, but I think I could still block balls even with a bum knee. That's okay. I'll be a wall for you.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Oh, you know, I'm here for it.
Glad somebody is. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Bell ready to come in. He's going to throw to first. Tried to get Chase leaning over there. He wasn't.
And that's just a smart pick. I mean, at this point, he's done it 2 times in a row. You can assume he's probably going to do it again. You got to at least show him you're thinking about him, which is what he did there.
Tate Heidinger worked 4 innings. Didn't get anybody out here in the 5th when they bring in Logan Bell. Now there's a 3-2, 1-on, 1-out. Pitch coming up here to Anthony Carrion. There he goes again, 3-2 pitch, popped him up. And let's see who's going to take charge. That ball's going to carry out and will be caught by the right fielder, Schellenbarger. Anybody could have really caught that one.
Yeah, that was in the air. For the people watching at home, when a ball is hit that high in the air, that means that, like we were saying earlier, that was just a close miss. You know, that means that it was on the right part of the barrel, just missed the sweet spot. You know, when the ball gets hit and it's up for 5-6 seconds, that means that he was just on it.
Cardinals have batted around. Kelby Weiler steps to the plate. First pitch on the way to him is going to bounce away from Johnson, not far enough for the runner to go. Kelby had a very nice sac bunt in the 2nd inning, and he grounded out the 2nd into 4th. Came in hitting .419. Bell ready to come in with a 1-0 pitch. He's going to throw to first. Chase Kemp 0 for 1 in his steal attempts this year. Looking at the numbers, Lamar doesn't run a whole lot. They're successful when they do, but they just don't run a whole lot.
I think it's just more of a pick your poison situation. Coach Davis gives a couple of guys green light, but I think we err more on the side of caution. You know, why just giving out away when we know that we trust the guys at the plate that are going to move us over instead of trying to take bases.
1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 pitch on the way. It's going to be lifted up on the right side. Second baseman Golay comes over and makes the catch for the final out of the inning. Cardinals get 5 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4 hits, highlighted by the grand slam by Duran. No errors and 1 left. We've played 5 at Vincent Beck. It's Lamar 7, Akron 1. Akron, with Lamar leading 7-1. Starting off with Tate Wargo. There's a called strike. Wargo popped out to second baseman J.C. Correa, his first time up. Then we go back to the top of the batting order. 0-1 pitch. Called strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Trevin Michaels, we talked about with loosening up in the bullpen in between innings because of a lengthy inning.
He looks pretty nimble out there to me. He looks comfortable, you know. Every time I say that, something bad happens, so hopefully Wargo didn't hear me.
Ready for the 1-2 offering. Just getting a piece of it. Stays 1-2. Cardinals back home on Wednesday night. Prairie View comes to town.
You're going to be here Wednesday?
We will be here Wednesday.
Can't wait.
It's an off night for basketball. Upstairs for ball 2-2. By the way, Lamar men's and women's basketball in Nacogdoches tomorrow, taking on SFA. Women at 2, guys at 4:30.
Yes, he did.
There you do. For those interested, you can pick the game up on News Talk 560 KLVI. Seven to 1 Lamar here in the top of the 6th inning. 3-2 pitch on the way. Just missed the inside corner. That's going to be a leadoff walk. First walk surrendered by Trevin.
See what I mean? He said he was comfortable, walked him.
Yeah.
That's on me. And I'll
You know, by the way, when you said that, it was 0-2.
No way.
Or 1-2. I'm sorry, 1-2.
I gotta learn to just shut up. Huh? I gotta listen to my mom and just stop talking.
But your job here is to talk.
Contradicts itself.
Bradley Goulet started the game off. Boy, he jumped on a pitch, tripled to left center field. Then he was driven in on a sac fly by the guy on deck, Justin Barr. That's the only hit of the game to this point for the Zips. And now he hits one pretty well to left field. Reese Duran going back, still going back, and this ball's going to bounce over the wall for a ground rule double.
And Goulet's been seeing the ball well. That's his second barrel in the game. His left center gap is where he likes to swing the bat.
Ground rule double. That means Wargo will have to stop at third base. And they both were hitting pretty much in the same place.
Yeah, left center. I mean, Reese Duran's a pretty quick guy, so when I see him turn and burn like that, that means that he's moving pretty good, which means that ball's squared up pretty well.
Yeah, and after this first pitch to Barr, we'll talk about Reese turning and burning. Remember Rice last year about ran through the wall?
Oh, yeah. Sometimes Reese and Cole Gerard, Avery too, honestly, our outfitters, these guys are willing to just run through a wall to catch a ball. And I've seen it happen on multiple occasions. So
0-1 pitch on the way, hit on the right side. That'll get the run home. Stepping down the bag after fielding the ball is Chase Kemp.
And Trevin right there will gladly take it out for a run with that now 5-run lead. It being the 6th inning. You know, when you can get outs at this time of the game, especially with a lead, are crucial because the more base runners they have, the more momentum they have, and then you start giving them a chance, and that's when the game can get closer than you want it to, and that's where trouble occurs. So Trevin right now is just trying to get outs.
Right, when you've got a crooked number lead, you could get out there and trade a run for an out now and then.
Absolutely.
Pitch fouled back to the backstop of the brick foundation, then bounces out onto the infield. You're going to give Barr an RBI there. That's going to be his 2nd RBI of the game and his 2nd RBI of the year. 7-2 Lamar here in the 6th. There's a ground ball towards third. Should be another run. Here's a throw across. Boy, strong arm. Boy, Q fired across there.
And that's the way the game should be played. You know, maybe if we were 13 and everyone's crazy, not knowing what's going on, Q could have done something wild and try to be a hero and throw the guy out at home. But like I said, this is a situation where an out for a run is not something that is debatable. You know, it's just 100% of the time, get that run, doesn't matter, we're going to get an out.
And that's when you have confidence with your hitters, and you have confidence that in Trevin to get the outs, and if he has to go into the bullpen, you have confidence there. You still have a 4-run lead here in the 6th inning.
And that's what that cushion does for you.
1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0 pitch on the way. Good pitch. Catches the outside corner on Schellenberger. Grounded back to the mound and struck out. Trevin Michael comes in with a 1-1 pitch. And I'm swinging out in front of it. It's 1-2.
That was a big swing by Schellenberger. I think he's trying to see if he can hit one over that right field fence too.
Look at it. His size, 6'2", 225. It's a big guy at the plate. One-two pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3 to end the inning. Good job there. Although he gave up a couple runs, a really good job of pitching by Trevin Michael after the first 2 got on. 2 runs on 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left. Head to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Our score, Lamar 7, Akron 3.
Thank you very much. I'm very excited to be here. It's my first full day on campus, and it's been a whirlwind of a day, but a great day indeed. I am so excited to be part of the Cardinal family, and I'm very much looking forward to getting around, meeting everyone, and talking a little bit, and hope to see you all out this coming fall. But thank you once again. Thank you, Marco, especially for giving me this opportunity, and again, could not be more excited to be part of the Lamar family.
The same trio that started last inning off for the Cardinals will start the bottom of the 6th inning as well. That's 8, 9, and 1. Cole Coker started the inning off with a walk. Steps in here to face Logan Bell. First pitch swinging, fouls it over into that Cardinal dugout on the first base side. 7 runs, 5 hits, 1 error on Lamar. 3-2-0 for Akron. 0-1 pitch, held off it.
Good job of letting up right there. That's one of those sliders. It looks like a strike, but a little too low. So good job by Cole letting up.
Evens up the count at 1-1. Comes the 1-1 pitch. Misses down left. Boy, that even had the home plate umpire Brandon Lejeune moving out a little bit.
Yeah, sometimes those spike fastballs spook anybody, especially with the guy. I mean, I can't tell from here, but Bell looks like he's maybe throwing upper 80s, low 90s, so he's throwing it pretty good.
3-1, as we like saying, the hitter's pitch. Logan Bell ready to come in 3-1. Hit hard but foul first base side. Hunter Doucette over there at first base gave a lackluster effort towards it. That ball's hit too hard, Hunter. You don't want to put your hand on that.
No, absolutely not. Not something you want to do.
So Coker, 3 balls, 2 strikes. The DH for the Cardinals. 3-2 pitch on the way, fouls it again. That one would be a little easier. There you go.
Good battle, good battle.
Stays 3-2. Lamar, big 5-run 5th inning, leads it here 7-3. 3-2 pitch on the way, called strike 3. Catches the outside corner, high in the strike zone.
And that right there, not only was it a good pitch, but a good job by Johnson of beating the pitch to the spot and just framing it. You know, if you got maybe a lackluster effort right there, that's a ball 4. You get the leadoff guy on base. But good job by Johnson of getting that call.
Rhett McCall struck out in the second inning, singled and scored on that grand slam in the 5th. Takes the first pitch for a called strike. Saturday, coming up tomorrow, Zach Bravo scheduled to go for the Cardinals. And Guave expected to go for Akron. No balls, 2 strikes, 0-2 pitch on the way up a little bit.
It's good to see him make that adjustment because earlier in that game with that same 0-2 count, he struck out on a fastball up. And now, you know, game-to-game adjustments are big. You know, you don't want to get beat by the same thing twice. So seeing him make that change is good.
Logan Bell ready to come in with a 1-2 pitch to Rhett McCall. Misses outside. You can see Johnson there try to frame that pitch. Count goes 2-2. Called junior catcher from Barbers Hill High School down Interstate 10. Gets around and 1, just foul. Out in front of it just a little bit.
About 7 inches too far to the left, buddy. And that's okay. Get another shot here.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Logan Bell for Akron comes in 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Challenged him and blew a fastball. Got the fastball by him. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the 6th inning for Logan Bell of Akron. That brings us to the top of the batting order. Avery George flew to right, grounded to second. RBI single and scored into 5th. Bases empty, 2 down here in the 6th. Pitch upstairs for a ball, 1 ball, no strikes.
Harold, I think this guy's throwing pretty good velocity. I mean, from how the catcher's moving and the timing every one of the guys up to the plate, it's looking like he's throwing pretty good velo.
1 ball, 1 strike. Here's strike 2. After this weekend, next weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, Akron heads to West Virginia. They'll be taking on the road at Marshall. 1-2 pitch on the way, hit towards third, scooped up there at third base by Hara. He fires across in time for the 1-2-3 inning in the 6th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We've played 6. It remains Lamar 7, Akron 3.
Sports, drink beer, and eat great wings. And with 2 locations in town, make Buffalo.
Thank you very much. I'm very excited to be here. It's my first full day on campus, and it's been a whirlwind of a day, but a great day indeed. I am so excited to be part of the Cardinal family, and I'm very much looking forward to getting around, meeting everyone, and talking a little bit, and hope to see you all out this coming fall. But thank you once again. Thank you, Marco, especially for giving me this opportunity, and again, could not be more excited to be part of the Lamar family.
The countdown to Katy has begun. The Southland Conference Basketball Tournament at the Merrill Center in Katy, Texas. Experience it.
Michael. Cameron Tilley. Kato Hara and Austin Domer. First pitch on the way. Called strike one to Tilley. Struck out swinging into second, flew out to right into fourth. Some stretching going on right now in the Lamar bullpen. Nobody throwing. There's a swing and a miss.
And even though Trevin seems to be comfortable on the mound and he looks like he's handling himself well and his arm seems healthy, because it's kind of late in the game, it's not a bad idea to have guys in the pen.
0-2 pitch, got him, and turning around and hitting it right back to the dugout was Tilley. He knew it.
That's just one of those where Tilley was probably sitting off speed or not expecting him to go there, and when he does, all you got to do is just turn around and walk back angrily. And that is a long walk to that dugout. I've been there plenty times.
Kato Hara, 0 for 2, a ground out and a fly out. With the Trevin Michael, and you like this. This is going to be your Friday night guy. You like your starter giving you on a Friday night 7+ innings.
Oh, right. When a Friday night fight, that's what they're called.
There's a ball hit right towards center. Money in the bank with Cole Gerard makes the catch for out number 2.
They call them Friday night fights because usually it's the two best arms of the team going against each other. And, knowing that you have a guy every Friday that can consistently give you 6-7 innings and not going to walk more than 2 guys and is going to fill up the zone, that's just going into a weekend, everyone on the team has this sense of confidence in that guy that he's going to at least carry you a good amount of the way.
Here's Austin Domer, the left fielder, came in hitting .222. Grounded to third and flew to right. First pitch bounces away. 1 ball, no strikes. Once again, these same 2 teams at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, 10 o'clock on Sunday morning. 1-0 pitch on the way, misses outside. I'm too far. I don't mind the 10 o'clock starts on Sunday morning because I'm an early morning guy to begin with.
Right.
But then you're out here early.
Yeah. I think that's why they do it.
2-0 pitch. That, and of course.
They got to fly back, obviously.
Yeah, Akron's got to catch a plane.
Like you said, it's kind of like an interesting feeling being done with the whole game, and it's not even 2:30 yet. You got the whole day to.
3-0 pitch. He's swinging 3-0. Hits it out to center field. Cole Gerard puts a glove around it for the final out of the inning. 1, 2, 3 into 7. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left. Cardinals lead it 7-3. Time to stand up and stretch them out. It's a 7th inning stretch at Vincent Beck Stadium. Cardinals leading the visitors from Akron, Ohio, 7-3. Akron with a run in the first, added 2 in the 6th. Cardinals with 1 in the 2nd and 5 in the 5th, highlighted by Reese Duran's grand slam home run, and he'll come to the plate here in this 7th inning. Starting off with Cole Gerard. First pitch down for a ball. Cole flew to left, flew to center, and singled. He also scored on that grand slam. 1 ball, no strikes on him. The 1-0 pitch on the way.
And it was great how Cole's game gone. 2 straight line drives at the outfielder, good hit balls, well hit, and then third at bat, a little bloop in between the 6 hole and the 5 hole, and you get a base knock out of it.
2-0 pitch on the way, called strike 1, 2-1. You're right. We don't have a radar gun, but it looks like Logan Bell. Looks like he's got pretty good velocity.
I mean, usually you can tell by how comfortable a hitter looks at the plate and how the tempo of the game's going and where their foul balls are headed.
2-1 pitch on the way, swinging, ripped down the right field line. That is going to be a foul ball, just foul. And look at Gerard out at second. Wow, he thought he had an extra base hit there. First base umpire Greg Sims going down the line. He had a good look at it and calls it foul.
Man, that's it's hard to say. How
we can't see from here. Our angle is
It's
off.
hard to say from up here, and not only that, but just the fact that it was that close is yet another example of Cole Gerard just literally being manipulated, seems like, by the game of baseball. But you know what? Baseball gods will pay you, and the ball don't lie. So we'll see if he gets good luck here. A little payback for almost getting that double taken away.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2-2 pitch, misses ball 3. And he could tell and Cole had a good look at it too. And he by his reaction, he thought he caught it a fair ball.
Oh, absolutely. And when especially here in a turf field where you can't see the chalk fly up,
Right.
Sometimes it's hard to see those balls down the line. But when you're hitting, obviously you want it to be fair, but sometimes because you're running, you definitely think that it is.
3-2 pitch on the way. He's going to foul it out of play on the left side.
And something that Cole did really well, you get a call like that and it gets called back, essentially. You're probably thinking you have a triple out of the box. Normally, guys get that lit to their head, and you swing at the next pitch just because you're frustrated. And now, Cole's seen 2 more pitches, and he's already gotten his pitch count up and done a good job.
3-2 pitch on the way. Upstairs, ball 4. He works a walk out of it. And you're right on a triple. I think, if that ball's called fair, he would be standing at third base.
Oh, I don't even think there's a question. He's fast enough to where not only is it going to be a triple, it's probably going to be a stand-up triple. And a good job again by Cole being able to find a way to get on after potentially a triple being taken care of him. But it didn't matter because you're still on base.
That brings up Reese Duran, flew to center, and hit a grand slam home run. Need to check with Cooper Welch to see if he had any home runs last year.
He did. He hit one in Abilene Christian.
Okay, so it wasn't his first career home run. He's going to bunt it out in front of home plate. Look at second, throw to first, just in time. Daniel Johnson, the catcher, looked at second base, didn't have a play, so he fired onto first base, and he had to get it down that line in a hurry because you got a fast runner going up that line.
Oh yeah, you got a little duck hunting speed wagon in Reese Duran. He's a little Energizer Bunny, can do it all. Hits a grand slam, a bomb, his last at bat, and everyone in the ballpark knows that he's got that juice now, and takes one for the team right there and puts Cole in scoring position for one of the hottest hitters, arguably in the Southland, and JC to see if he can get that run in.
JC looking for his first hit of this game. He did walk and score into second. Made contact his next 2 times up with a couple of ground outs. J.C. Correa played junior college ball with Jorge.
Go Fins.
Or what? You guys together, 2 years? Or?
Yeah, this is the 3rd year with JC. I've been with JC a few years, and, we all know that he can play, and we all know that he's a ball player, but for the viewers listening at home, this guy is just a family-oriented guy. He goes home on the weekends to spend time with his parents and his sister, who he loves very much, and that's something that just shows how his values are and how important a family guy he is, and a lot of love for that guy. Not only because he's a good guy, but because he helps other people become better, and that's something that you have to look up to.
He doesn't get, because he's playing baseball at the same time, he doesn't get a chance to see his older brother play a whole lot.
No, but they're still very close.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
They talk often, and they play Fortnite all the time.
Wouldn't be surprised if, Carlos tuned in tonight.
Oh, well,
watching
absolutely.
this.
Yeah. Wouldn't be surprised at all.
JC waits after a visit to the mound. First pitch to him. He's going to bounce away. Gerard's going to take off, go to third, and slide in safely. And a wild pitch.
And that's good base running right there.
A heads up base running.
Especially after a mound visit. Sometimes after a mound visit, it's easy to just kind of get complacent and get comfortable out there in the bases. But Gerard's hungry, you know. Keep in mind, he probably would have been on third if it weren't for that close foul ball that he got called back. So he's eager to get to the next base, and it showed right there.
So Correa now with an RBI opportunity. Runner at third base, less than 2 outs. Infield's going to come in. 1-0 pitch on the way, and there's the ball sent out to center. That'll be a sac fly and get the run home.
And that, Harold, that shows how big a small detail like advancing on a pass ball is right there.
Absolutely.
Say that's a close game. You know, that's a close game, and that pass ball doesn't seem like it didn't seem like he could have gone, but you get the next base, and also it was good base running because there was 1 out. And if you're out there, you can make the third out. You're not going to make the third out at home. And you know who was happy with that base running? JC.
Yeah, gave him an RBI, and you know that 90 feet.
90
was
feet
huge.
is huge.
Yeah.
It's a huge deal. You know, it's a game of inches, and when you can get that much of an advantage to get that guy home, it's a big deal.
8-3 Lamar. There's a ball hit foul first base side by Chase Kemp. Walked and scored. Grounded to second and walked in the 5th. Officially, he's 0 for 1 tonight, but he does have a run scored. 8-3 Lamar with 2 down here in the 7th inning. And also setting that up was the sac bump by Reese Duran. That got Gerard to second. There's a called strike 0-2.
It's good to see all parts of the game offensively working today. You know, you're getting timely hits, you're getting sack bunts, you're getting stolen bases, and that's good to see, especially after a slow start to the season.
No balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch misses outside for a ball, 1-2. Logan Bell in relief of Tay Heidinger. There's a swing and a miss, good pitch, strike
That's a
3
really good pitch
to end the inning. But the Cardinals take advantage of a leadoff walk, 1 run on no hits, no errors, and no one left. After 7 innings of baseball at Vincent Beck Stadium, it's Lamar 8, Akron 3.
T-shirt toss. If you want a T-shirt, now it's time to make some noise.
Thank you very much. I'm very excited to be here. It's my first full day on campus, and it's been a whirlwind of a day, but a great day indeed. I am so excited to be part of the Cardinal family, and I'm very much looking forward to getting around, meeting everyone, and talking a little bit, and hope to see you all out this coming fall. But thank you once again. Thank you, Marco, especially for giving me this opportunity, and again, could not be more excited to be part of the Lamar family.
Move to the top half of the 8th inning. Harold Manlong with Jorge Gutierrez here at Vincent Beck Stadium. 8-9-1 in the batting order coming up here for the Akron Zips. Starting off with catcher Daniel Johnson. 0 for 2, reached on an error, and he struck out. How about for the Cardinals? Trevin Michael working into the 8th inning.
Yeah, and ideally, I mean, if you get even 1 out from Trevin right here, that's huge.
Here's strike 2. 0-2. Michael brings that glove up high near his bill. Throws it in. Oh, curveball stayed up just a little bit.
Yeah, that was one of those 2-strike curveballs that probably just kind of slipped out of his hand a little bit and left it up because you don't want to leave those hung in the strike zone.
1-2 pitch on the way. Got him on the inside corner. Called strike 3. Daniel Johnson doesn't think so. Turns around and heads back towards the first base dugout.
That late movement right there got just enough of the corner to get it a strike 3 call.
That's 7 strikeouts on the night. 80 pitches thrown here into the 8th inning. There's a ball head towards second. Correa will glove it and throw on to first. I'm going to tell you on that play there on how smart Trevin Michael is. He extended his glove, and at the last second when he knew he couldn't reach it, he pulled it back real quick because he knows if he deflects it, that ball could go into right field and make it difficult for J.C. Correa at second base.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's frustrating sometimes, you know, you'll be at second base or short and a pitcher sticks your glove out and literally takes a perfectly routine ground ball. So Trevin heads up there and just stand out of the way, basically.
Top of the batting order, 2 outs. They're going to try to bunt to get on. He was in the box, so that's going to be a foul ball. Or Bradley Goulet. Goulet has both their hits. He has a triple and a double. He has scored 2 runs, and he has a strikeout sandwiched in between the two. He tried to bunt his way on, just trying to make something happen, and that's a sign of a good hitter.
That's just a sign of a not necessarily good hitter. I mean, yeah, but for me it just shows a comfortable hitter.
The 0-1 pitch outside for a ball, 1-1.
You got guys like Goulet here, 2 hard hit balls in the game, you know, and then just showing up, 4th at bat, squaring up. Same thing with Reese Duran. He had 3 hard hit balls, and he bunted one his 4th at bat. So that just shows me that these 2 guys are locked in.
1-1 pitch called strike 2. Strike 2. Home plate umpire kind of did the 3rd strike.
That guy's just, I guess, hey, some pitches look so good, you just sometimes got to do the arm pump.
There you go.
At least that's what I'm going to say so he doesn't feel bad about it.
Jorge Gutierrez sticking up for an umpire.
Always.
The 1-2 pitch on the way, misses outside for a ball. Deuces wild across the board. 22 at the plate, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Ready for the 2-2 pitch. Ball headed out towards right center field. Now to drop in for a base hit, and a good Friday night for Bradley Goulet, the leadoff hitter for Akron. He's got 3 hits.
And JC can do a lot of things, Harold, but something he can't do is jump 7 feet in the ground to catch that line drive, unfortunately.
He kind of looked up at it. It looked like he was going to try a little spring there, but he knew he just didn't have that.
I think he thought about it, and maybe if he had his Hardens on or something, but not with those cleats.
Here's Justin Barr. Fire to first. Barr, RBI sac fly in the 1st inning, flew to right into 3rd, drove in a run on a ground out in the 6th inning. And the reason he drove in those 2 runs on a sac and a ground off was Goulet getting to 3rd base on 2 different occasions. Trevin Michael, pitch on the way, ball hit out towards right field, line drive right at Avery George, stays planted and makes the catch for the final out of the inning. In the 8th for Akron, no runs on a hit, no errors, and 1 left. Ahead to the bottom of the 8th inning. Cardinals lead at 8-3. New pitcher in the ball game for Akron is Austin Gussman. He is a 5'11", 190-pound junior from Thornton, Colorado, a transfer from Iowa Western Community College. That's up in Council Bluffs, Iowa. Gussman making his second appearance. He's only thrown a third of an inning, giving up one walk. Hadn't seen much action in Akron's first 5 ball games. 6, 7, and 8 coming up here for the Cardinals in the batting order. Lefty comes on. First pitch, Gary on a swing and a miss. Q RBI single in the first, hit by pitch in the fourth. Flew out in the 5th inning. No balls, 1 strike. With Gussman working here in the bottom of the 8th inning. There's a pitch down low. What we're seeing here, Jorge, from Gussman, is working from the stretch with nobody on. You see that more and more these days. You even see some starting pitchers. A lot of times when a guy comes out of the bullpen, he's coming out with guys already on base.
Well, yeah, I mean, and especially coming out of the pen, it's really just what are you comfortable doing? You know, some guys really do feel so much better in the windup, and some guys just like going from the stretch.
1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch hit hard but foul. Ricochets off the far side of the fencing down the third base side into left field. 1-2. Gussman, the third pitcher to work for Akron tonight. The 1-2 pitch on the way, lifted in the air to center field. Phillips coming over as dead center, makes the catch for out number 1. One up, 1 down for Lamar. Here's Kelby Weiler. Weiler tonight had a sac bunt, ground out, and a fly out. And the voice is going, so you may, you know.
I'll talk a little bit. I'm just going to say a bunch of things going on in my mind. That ball's hit well.
Yeah, that ball is hit well out the left. Going to stay up in the air, though, for Domer. Makes the catch for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th inning for the Cardinals.
Yeah, Logan Burloff coming up. Looks like he's going to pinch hit for Cole Coker. You got one of my roommates pinching for another one of my roommates. So that's the old switcheroo.
There you go.
Usually, I think what will happen here is Coach Davis brought in Logan because he knows that he has better numbers against left-handed pitching than Cole Coker does.
Burloff's second year in the program out of McKinney, went to Panola, out of McKinney Boyd High School. Takes the first pitch, fouls it out of play down the right side. Well, that ball wasn't. That ball actually hit the track and bounced into the stands. And, you know, this is a good opportunity for Logan, and I like how aggressive he is walking in there, swinging at the first pitch coming off the bench.
Right, and that just shows how locked in he's been all game. You know, sometimes when you come out of the bench, you want to take a pitch, but Logan, you know, not only is he a great guy, but he's a hard worker. And that just goes with everything he does, and him showing up and just ready to swing the bat just shows how much of a competitor he is.
The 0-1 pitch on the way, drops in for a called strike. Batting for Cole Coker, who had an RBI sac fly, a walk and a run and a strikeout. I bet there's a lot of baseball talk in that apartment.
Oh, it's a lot of everything talk in that apartment. You name it, we've probably talked about it.
No balls, 2 strike. The 0-2 pitch on the way bounces in there for a ball. Who gets control of the remote control?
You know what? I think I'm very proud to say that we do a pretty good job choosing movies, but I think I'm gonna weirdly brag right here. I'm the movie recommended guy. I like recommended movies. Cole and I just kind of tell Logan what to watch.
There's ball 2, 2-2, and he just goes along to get along.
Oh yeah, it's a blast, you know, because we're all very similar guys, and we're the same age, and we love playing the game. So, you know, even if we didn't have anything to talk about, and I didn't like these guys, we'd still get to go home and talk baseball.
Yeah.
You know, and that's just
a dream.
something that's
Living a dream.
A lot of people don't get, but it's great.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2-2 pitch. Fouls it at the plate. Or did he just come up empty? No, just a swing and a miss, and it bounces away for the strikeout. Cardinals go in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left. We've played 8 innings. It's Lamar 8, Akron 3 at Vincent Beck.
Thank you very much. I'm very excited to be here. It's my first full day on campus, and it's been a whirlwind of a day, but a great day indeed. I am so excited to be part of the Cardinal family, and I'm very much looking forward to getting around, meeting everyone, and talking a little bit, and hope to see you all out this coming fall. But thank you once again. Thank you, Marco, especially for giving me this opportunity, and again, could not be more excited to be part of the Lamar family.
The countdown to Katy has begun. The Southland Conference Basketball Tournament at the Merrill Center in Katy, Texas. Experience it live as Southland strong teams compete for a tournament title and a chance to go to the dance. It's affordable family fun and great college hoops action. Tickets for the Southland Conference Basketball Tournament are on sale through school ticket offices and Ticketmaster.com.
Ball on YouTube Live tonight from Vincent Beck Stadium in Beaumont on the campus of Lamar University. Cardinals welcoming in the Akron Zips for the weekend. 2 o'clock tomorrow. We're back on the air with the audio part of the broadcast Sunday morning at 10. There's a base hit into left field for Phillips. That's the 88th pitch thrown by Trevor Michael. And a hit to start the 9th inning. And now we do have a lefty. Who's throwing down there right now? A lefty for the Cardinals.
I think that's Brennan Smith.
Here.
Or Max Mize. I can't tell. I think that might be Max Mize.
First pitch swinging is going to be fouled at the plate by Bryant Schellenbarger. He's 0 for 3, a ground out and a couple of strikeouts. Trevin Michael trying for his first complete game of the year. Working here in the 9th inning with less than 90 pitches. That's a pretty good outing.
That's a real good outing, Harold, and that just shows efficiency more than anything.
There's a swing and a miss, strike 2, 0-2. Cardinals with a big 5-run inning back into 5th, highlighted by the Reese Duran grand slam. Lead it here 8-3. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. That's 8 strikeouts now.
I guess Trevin likes throwing to Schellenberger. That's his 3rd one.
Yeah, he's
for him.
After that ground out in the first. You're right, 3 Ks in a row.
And in Venezuela, there's a saying, you know, in the Latin broadcast, you got when somebody strikes out, you usually say "papita manito stone," which I'm not really necessarily sure what it means, but it just sounds so groovy.
I like how you say it, by the way.
Thank you. I was born and raised there, so I hope I sound like I know what I'm doing.
Connor Reagan pinch hits here. He's a senior from Sagamore Hills, Ohio. Transfer from Wright State. There goes the runner, throw down to second, and that ball's going to get into center field for a stolen base. Pitch was a strike, by the way.
And that was one of those pitches that, as a catcher, I think it's the worst pitch you could try to throw down at second base.
Yeah.
Low and away, you got to reach completely across your body to catch it. Then you have to change your momentum and throw fully across your body. It's a tough play. And I think we're looking at a pinch runner. Yep.
Yeah, you're going to get a pinch runner coming in. See if we pick that number up.
4.
4. That's going to be Dominic Trevino.
Running second base for Akron, and number 4, Dominic Trevino.
So Trevino, the pinch runner, for Reagan, the pinch hitter. There's the ball hit out to left field. Right there to catch it, Reese Duran for the second out. 2 down here in the top of the 9th inning. And it brings up Hara. Kato Hara is 0 for 3. As Trevin Michael works to Hara with an 8-3 lead. Pitch on the way. At the letters for a called strike.
Top of the zone. I'm just going to compliment Rhett, because that's my buddy and I love him. That was just a good job being into the zone again. It's late in the game, 9th inning. Usually you'd think that people take pitches off, but Rhett's still locked in.
0-1 pitch. Tried to fight it off, and he fouls it down the first base side. And Akron down to their final strike here in the 9th inning. No balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. A foul tip into the glove. And how about that complete outing by Trevin Michael? Under 100 pitches.
Incredible job by Trevin. For the viewers that are watching that don't know, throwing a complete game is not an easy feat. And Trevin just did a great job and made it look easy.
That's going to do it from Vincent Beck Stadium. Cardinals win it by the final of 8-3. Again, 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. That'll be video only. Back with the audio broadcast. I'll be joined again by Jorge on Sunday. And Jorge, get him a win tomorrow. I'll see you Sunday morning.
See you Sunday.
All right. 8-3. Cardinals win it over Akron.